When people ask you like what sets you apart or what makes you different, how do you answer? When somebody says like, who are you? How do you answer? Especially in like a job interview. I want to know if I'm the only one that answers and I'm like, I'm a family-oriented person who loves to be creative, fantasizes over how to be an amazing uncle, son, brother, husband one day, a great friend, but also someone who enjoys the little things and the small moments in life more so than the large ones. 6 concussions later, and my memory is not the best. But I always tell people that it's the little things and the things that make me feel an emotion is what gets me to remember them. It's not always, oh, I got you this really big gift, right? I'm kind of like, why don't you just make me something, you know? You could knit me something, you could design some clothing, I could design a piece of clothing and you could get it made. Oh, I don't know. You could make me a candle. You could go to a pottery class and make me some pottery. But it's the little things in life that I don't overlook. I tend to overlook the big and extravagant things. Because I feel like those are always going to be there, but it's the little things that remind me that they're thinking of me. Or it makes me feel like they went that one extra step to make me feel appreciated. But that also is the flip side, right? Like it's creating an emotion. It's getting someone to feel something is what makes that memory is what makes it memorable. Being outside, being able to record on the beach, but I'm from Minnesota, is one of the little things that I will never take for granted. It's 7:30 in the morning on a Thursday in the middle of December, and I have no snow. It's literally sand. And I truthfully don't think that I don't think that I have taken enough time while being here to truly appreciate what Florida has to offer, but just the world. It's such a calming feeling being able to wake up and I don't gotta put on 7 layers to take the dog out, right? I don't have to worry about warming up my car because the windshield is completely frosted and the door handle is frozen shut. It's the little things in life that you have to remember and you can't take for granted. That goes for family time. That goes for however you and the homies spend time authentically. That means having the tough conversations and coming to a resolution or a common understanding. But being able to create or make experiences that can curate, hopefully, a positive emotion. What's up, boss?
Just get my cameo in.
You get your camera time in. Go ahead. Let them know. What's the message of the morning, Coach?
Gotta have a ticket to the game.
Gotta have a ticket to the game.
Gotta have a ticket to the game, man. Can't win from the sideline.
Fuck with that. Thanks, Coach. Is what makes things memorable. Taking the time to recognize and reflect where you are. Shout out Coach J, man. Shout out Coach J. Go get at him on IG. I'll tag him below. Gotta get a ticket to the game, baby. Get a ticket from the game. Can't win to the sidelines. Sometimes it takes taking a step back and realizing like you're in the midst of what you've always wished for. You're in the middle of what you've been preparing for, you've been working towards. Right now, I'm in the place where I'm completely confident filming in public. I'm completely confident putting the camera in my face and recording. A lot of people can't say that, but I don't say that to brag. I say that because if you knew me and you knew the conversations I was having for the last 5 years, you'd know that this has been one of the hardest things for me. No matter, like, this has been one of the hardest things for me, even though. Make sure you find your ticket to the game, because you can't win on the sidelines. Shout out Coach J. Find that ticket and run with it. I've been a model for 10 years. I've done plenty of things creatively as far as music videos, clothing brand launches, brand advertisements, being a clothing ambassador, right? Like, There's so many different things that I've done in front of the camera, yet one of my biggest hurdles was actually filming alone in public, being by myself and having to force myself to become comfortable, being uncomfortable, to work through those emotions and reps to realize that it's not that scary and all I had to do was jump and be consistent. Consistency takes over motivation. Consistency creates and builds your discipline. You don't need motivation. You need to go put in the work every day.
You gotta go past that failure, man. You gotta go past it. You gotta fail and keep failing until you make it. You need to fail and keep going.
And every day doesn't have to be the same. You could put in 5 minutes yesterday and 10 minutes today and 2 minutes tomorrow, but at least you're putting in some sort of work every day. And you can say that you're being consistent and you can compound on that. But if you stay consistent for 5 days and on the 6th day you don't do nothing and it doesn't matter the time, the amount you put into it, but you do nothing, okay, well now you're kind of back to square one because you allowed yourself to take that time away, even if it was, you're so early on, right? Every day though, you have to put in some sort of work. Every day takes a certain amount of time and effort. Every day requires you to reflect and analyze on the work you want to do on a daily goal, and then reflecting in the evening if you completed the daily goal and if you still have time to complete it, or what you can do differently tomorrow to make sure that you complete it and make sure that it's consistent. But you have to remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. Something that I'm feeling right now is I've been feeling like I've been shedding skin. This past couple months, I've been talking about I'm rebranding, and I'm becoming this person. But it's not like I'm becoming this person. I'm embodying the person that I've always meant to be. I've always been meant to be. The person who is authentically themselves 24/7 in public, behind closed doors. The person that's always a creative and wants to inspire other people to remain creative and figure out what makes them an artist, because everybody is an artist. And whatever that means to you, whatever shoe fits when you think of that, wear it. Because that's not just me telling you like, oh, you're an artist, yay, we're all artists for content. No, it's actually me being truthful. We were all meant to be creative in some sort of fashion. And a lot of people that I interact with already know how and what makes them an artist. A lot of the people that I'm surrounding myself with now and I talk to on a daily basis are chasing some sort of creative dream, which I had to rebrand myself. I had to shed some skin. I had to take a step back from some friendships and put more time and effort into me and what it means to me to be a creative, what it means to be an artist. And I really had to figure that out. And that took a lot of creative conversations. That took a lot of reflection. That took a lot of analyzing. That took a lot of me sitting in the dark and just thinking about what makes me an artist, what makes me different, what's my artistic voice, and how do I share it with the world. No matter what, we're all artists, and you do have to figure out what makes you an artist. For me, again, it just took me shedding skin. It's like a snake when you rebrand and you gotta shed your old self, and you gotta shed your old ways, and you gotta shed your old habits. That's crazy. Wow. It requires you to shed skin. Rebranding and becoming the person you've always been meant to become when you weren't embodying that fully, or you didn't know, or you didn't understand how that looked or felt, takes a little bit of reps. It takes some repetitions, and it takes a little bit of some understanding to realize, like, this is who I am, right? Manifestation is real. But it's not only about manifesting, it's manifesting and then letting go of that manifestation and letting it come back to you. If you don't believe in manifestation, hey, however you believe that works or that process is for you, then hey, so be it. But the ideology of creating it mentally, embodying it physically, and allowing whatever you feel like is supposed to bring that dream to you while you put in the works and reps is gonna give it to you. Overall though, at the end of the day, you really have to remember that nothing changes if nothing changes, and everything starts with you. It takes an understanding of who you are. It takes the next level of understanding of how you want to convey or how you want to present yourself to the world. What do you have to share to the world, and why do you want to share it? And then share it. You gotta stop being afraid of what people are gonna think, what people are gonna say, because A, you don't know what they're gonna say, B, who cares? Like, what does that have to do with you? You're only allowing them to limit you and who you're supposed to become. You're only delaying your process. You're only delaying what's meant for you. And at some point in time, you delay it for so long, it's no longer gonna be for you, and you're gonna be in a what if stage. And I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be in a what if stage. I'm not that type of person. I've never been that type of person. I will be the person to step outside of the box. I will be that person to step outside of the social norm, and I'll be cringy on the internet. I'll be the one that's trying to, what they say, trying to do my big one. Yeah, whatever. Stay in your limited box, because I'm not trying to do my big one. I'm actually just creating art and sharing it with the world. Once I flipped that switch, now you started to see the content. Once you started seeing the content, you've seen the progression over the last couple weeks of where I started versus where I am now. But it took trial and error. It took the constant reflection. It took the constant analysis of what I liked and didn't like about what I was doing and how I wanted to change. Now, Mikey presents The Neighborhood. If you've been here long enough, or if you've known me for the last 5 years, you know that The Neighborhood started in 2019. Where we're at now is if we've rebranded, we've shed skin, and we're trying something new. We're gonna make cinematic vlogs. We're gonna make our life cinematic. Now, I'll do reactions and other stuff via the internet, but majority of my work is going to be cinematic vlogs with a message around, a weekly message. And I'll be asking some folks you may see returning on a weekly basis and maybe new people about what that message of the week is, to understand what they feel about it and see how their message or the different interpretations of what that message is can help you. With that, welcome. If you're new here, not true here, welcome to The Neighborhood. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below what your favorite, how you felt about the message, and let's really just make the world shake. Thank you.